F1 Manager 24 Create a Team Career Mode Australian Grand Prix.
Back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings. And as the final round begins, what a season it's been.
It's shaping up to be a great weekend, so don't go anywhere.
Oh dear, in FP1 it's the usual P21, P22. Lawson has the first upgrade on the car, by the way, for this Grand Prix. P20 and P22 in FP2. Max topping it. And then in the final session, P21 and P22. It looks like a crash back down to reality for qualifying here down under in the Australian Grand Prix. 94 and 98% driver's confidence as we start the first lap in Q1. Lawson coming through now, down towards turn 1. This will be the first proper lap because I'd send them out on inters so they gain driver's confidence. This will be the first proper lap of the session. Down towards turn 3, DRS enabled. Coming towards turn 3. It's a sector of some kind of... Oh wait, the sector split's not here anymore. I don't know if it was ever there actually. But I know I've noticed that on a bug statement, because on day 1 of release F1 Manager put out a poster, or not a poster, an article rather, saying what they're developing on. And one of them was AI using DRS down the straight, because as you can see, well, they are using it. So I don't know why it was reported as a bug then, but hey. Lawson, I think, was quicker in Sector 1. 26.3. Yeah, I think it was close between the two of them, but I think Lawson is quicker as they come down in towards the 90-degree right-hander corner. The curb on this game, I think, is still not correct, because it's not the same as the one on EA's F1 game, but this game is more realistic than EA's F1 game, so maybe they're correct and EA are wrong. Anyway, coming up to the line, it's been a decent lap from both Lawson and Bearman. What are they going to do? Slipstream from the Alpine up to the line. Lawson goes P9, Bearman P9 actually
Things
beats
fine here.
Lawson.
The brakes couldn't cope, but that's just the risk you take.
That's not where you want to be, Ocon, mate. As Bearman and Lawson start their final run in Q1, hoping to get into Q2 for the first time of the playthrough. Hoping and praying that we can get into Q2, and perhaps, if the weather changes, maybe even Q3, but that is just getting way too ahead of ourselves in this dustbin of a car. As we come through the 6th corner of the racetrack, I think that is, down towards turn 7. Bearman on a green sector for a 26.3, Lawson on a 26.2. So as we come down through this sector, they are using DRS this time. Obviously I think DRS is just enabled too late, or maybe somebody reported a bug that wasn't correct because they want to waste Frontier's time. And that is Bearman's lap over, as a Red Bull and a McLaren are in the way. Meanwhile, Lawson is still going to be on his lap though, so we still might have a chance of getting the car into Q2. Coming through turn 10, 90-degree right angle corner. And through the final sector, fast flowing medium speed corners. Then into the slow speed stuff as you come towards the line. And up across it, what's it going to be for Ollie Bearman? Goes across the line. Can't improve. Liam Lawson goes across the line.
Keep pushing on the way in.
Oh, just 1,000th off the next part of qualifying. But that is going to be both drivers out here in Q1. As Lawson now gets pushed back to 18th. And as Ocon comes across the line, Bottas puts him down to 19th. Ocon puts him down to 20th. So that we're going to be 20th and 22nd on the grid for the Australian Grand Prix.
Well, the fans here are all set, every one of them eagerly awaiting the 58 laps of today's race.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate. From Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win, to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane ahead of today's race.
So strategy then, medium, hard, medium for Lawson and hard, medium, medium for Behrman. That is going to be it, because we got to try and do something with Behrman. Not that we're going to get any points this race, but we just got to hope and pray and try and get the best we can out of every single point and race we can, because there's no point giving it any less than 100% at this point in the season.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. And we certainly know that Daniel Ricciardo's capable of bringing home a good result.
They're in a tight pack starting 9th, so hanging on to points is going to be very competitive.
Right, let's get to it then. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And indeed it is lights out, away we go for round 3 of the season. Lawson gets a very, very good start up to 17th round the outside, up into 16th at the moment. What a start that was, up into P16. Behrman's up to P19, Lawson up to P15, and Hamilton's the next car in front, but we definitely ain't getting past him as everyone stops because Red Bull gets shoved off. And now it begins. Ocon passed on lap 3. Zhou passed on lap 4. Bottas passed. Oh no. Yep, Bottas passed into turn 7. Hulkenberg goes past. Sargent goes past. Gasly goes past. And this is where the pain begins. As has Nico Hulkenberg done what Esteban Ocon did in quali? Yes, he has.
Just too late.
And gets back on track as quickly as possible. And as drivers begin to pit, there goes Magnussen, oh no, sorry, there goes Hulkenberg, and there goes Zhou Guanyu on Ollie Behrman. We can see from the visor cam, just nothing down that straight due to all the extra weight, which we're going to start taking off on these upgrades because I didn't know that was a thing. And I think for China, because I've only realised it after Japan, that we are going to strip all the paint off the car, as Lawson gets done by Hulkenberg and Gasly. This is just binning his driver confidence. And what about Sargent? Yep, he does it as well. Triple overtaken, and Lawson comes into the pit lane for the first time of this Grand Prix on lap 18. It's a slow pit lane, this one. So as he comes down it, in towards the box with all the purple and green characters. Old tyres off, new tyres on, 2.6 seconds, very quick stop, especially compared to our Mercedes career. Through we go, out the pit lane, P22 obviously. Now we fast forward to, well, to us getting lapped, and we actually have a big influence on the race lead there as we lose Carlos Sainz about 0.4 of a second, as Behrman now comes into the pits 9 laps later on lap 27. Off the hard compound tyres for a double set of medium tyres. Can he come back at Lawson, who's over a pit stop in front of him? Into the box he goes. Old tyres, new tyres, go 2.9 or 2.89, but technically 2.9. Out the pits he goes, P22. About to be lapped by a Sauber. The pain just will never end. Just Spain without the S. Pure pain. As Oliver Behrman goes and locks up as well, just for good measure, because if this Grand Prix couldn't get any worse. It's Carlos Sainz fighting one of the McLarens going into turn 7. Ooh, locks up, does a George Russell, crashes into the wall. That'll be his win over and done with as Lawson comes into the pits on lap 43. For Sargent has a mechanical fault. Behrman will come in for a new set of mediums next lap. And Lawson is coming in for a new set of mediums this lap. Into the box he goes. Old tyres off, new tyres on. It's a slow stop, it's a very slow stop. 5 second stop. Lawson saying what happened there, not a happy chappy.
No,
It would understandably be for the 5 second stop, but it's not like we're going to get anyone else. Without the 5 second stops, we come out in the pit lane. Behrman goes in on lap 45. This will probably be our last race highlight, to be honest, as Lawson is 40 seconds behind the next car. And Behrman is about to be 40 seconds off his teammate, depending on the stop time. As Behrman comes into the pits, old tyres off, new tyres on. Away we go, 2.6 seconds, a much quicker stop than what Lawson got. Out to the pits he goes, being lapped by another Sauber. He's genuinely being lapped by Zhou Guanyu. Damn. Finished the race, P21, P22, Behrman lapped 3 times. This lack of pace is unacceptable.
That marked an 8th place finish, which gives them a handful of points.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
That's their 2nd win of the season. A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
So that is that then here at the Australian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins from Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Sainz, Perez, Stroll, Hamilton, Russell, Tsunoda, and Perez bags the point for fastest lap. So in the end, nothing much happens in terms of our championship. Down 1 place with both drivers in the championship because Magnussen had a madness this race. Where did he finish? P15. We could only dream of that. RB scored a point, so they're moving further and further away from us, and we got no points in the pit stop championship as we fall down to 6th in the standings. As yet, Lawson had a loosened tyres 2.5 second pit stop mistake, and we got no money for that weekend because I put Lawson to 20th or higher and he got 21st. But yeah, it is what it is. As we have construction complete at the tour centre and construction complete at the boardroom, making the team more appealing to new staff and new drivers, because I want to go for new staff. If the drivers aren't too bad, I want to get new staff first so we can develop the car, then get better drivers, and also staff are cheaper than drivers. So I'd rather have a quick car driven by slow drivers than a slow car driven by quick drivers. As 37 days, that should be on for around Miami-ish, or not, because I'm going to cancel it. And then what I'm going to do is I'll take the extra weight off, take the extra weight off, take the extra weight off. At this point in time, we had 20 kilograms of extra weight. That is why we're so slow down the straight. Our car is heavy as hell. Weather centre complete, team hub complete, front wing design complete. As we're going to manufacture this. But we can't because we've run out of manufacturing slots, which means we need to upgrade the facility, factory level 2. So let's go do that. Facilities, factory, upgrade. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's 7 million. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch, MegaGamer8888, and I'll see you next time for more F1 Manager. Goodbye.